It's the J.R.Joker Show with tonight's special edition of sex. Sex, sex, sex. It's all about sex. So call your friends. Let them know. This is the big one. The sex show. The J.R.Joker Sex Show. All about sex. We're going to talk about sex. So, here's the featured performer of the J.R.Joker, the sex edition of the J.R.Joker Show, J.R.Joker. Yep, as advertised, we're going to talk about sex. What? It's Christmas time? We're going to talk about sex? Yeah, it's a gift to you. So you can see we have a little, some decorations up in the studio / locked in home. Okay, let's get right to it. The truth, do these glasses make me look fat? Huh? What? Okay. Sex. It's overrated. Think about it. An orgasm lasts 7.5 seconds. And look what you go through just to get there. Oh my God. It's kind of like waiting in line for like an hour or two, which could happen, to go on a roller coaster, which lasts a minute. If it's a really good roller coaster, a minute. Okay? Okay, so let's start going up that hill. Click, 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 click. Oh, you see a girl. Click, click, click. You ask her out. She tells you to drop dead. Click, click, click. You ask her out again. Click, 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 click. You ask her out one more time. She says she's too busy. She's no time for a relationship. You get a new car to impress her. Get some new clothes. Get a better haircut. Now you're looking sharp. You ask her out 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Finally, she does go out with you. Spend all this money on him. Maybe just a cheap date, movie and a meal, maybe a show. Ooh, wow. Lots of money, lots of endeavor, lots of trouble. Click, 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 click. It's getting to the top of that hill. And she gives you a kiss goodnight on the 15th date. Click, 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 click. It looks like it could be happening on the 19th date. Click, yeah. And you're thrown forward and back, and you're rocking and rolling to the left and the right. And thank you for writing the Crimson Comet. Please watch your step getting off. That's what happens. That's what happens. Just take the roller coaster. You don't need to take a shower afterwards. Overrated. There are 8,400,000 species on this planet, and they're all having sex. What's the big deal? 8,400,000 species, and they're all having sex. Well, except me. Oh yeah, and the amoeba, but maybe it's a kind of a sex. You remember your high school biology? The amoeba is one cell. It hasn't got any stuff. So it multiplies, it reproduces through mitosis. It splits in two. But it might be a little bit schizophrenic. It might hit itself up. Hey, come here often? What's your sign? Want to go back to my petri dish and have mitosis? So they're on they split in two, and then each one splits into. It's a regular amoebic orgy in the petri dish. No big deal about sex. 8,400,000 species, and a lot of those species are a lot better at having sex than a human being. Take the lowly pigeon. It could have sex between 100 and 200 times a day. Apparently, this is a real turn-on. Hey, baby, come here often? What's your sign? Want to go back to my coop and have wild pigeon sex? And they reproduce. They have like 50 babies at a time. If we have 2, it's like, oh, wow, it's amazing. If you have 3, you're in the newspaper. 4, and you're on television all around the world. What's the big deal? All these species, and they're all having sex. It's just, it seems to be what's really going on the bottom of everything. The whole reason people go out to make money, because if you're not interested in having sex, your life could be pretty simple, pretty uncomplicated. But I mean, the media drives you crazy. Sitcoms and rom-coms and just billboards and magazines and radio and television. They just drive you nuts thinking if you're not in a relationship, if you're not having an orgasm with somebody, you're just wasting your life. If you're not in a relationship, Facebook is like it's complicated and who you're in a relationship with and change your status and everything like that. Just all this, well, it's called brainwashing. When you're conditioned to do something, that's just a polite word for brainwashing. So it's really, like I said, overrated. Lots of stuff is overrated. Lots and lots and lots of stuff is overrated. And sex, the thing that pretty much pushes our civilization around. I mean, not much of a culture when it's based on sex, and it is based on sex because you want to have power and money just so you could have sex. You're looking for an apartment. Gee, would a girl think that this is sexy? Boy, I better keep it clean in case a girl comes over. Well, that's one good motivation if that's what it takes to help you be clean. But everything. Should I buy this jacket? Will a girl think I'm sexy in this jacket? This hat, this boot, this belt, this car. Is this a car a turn on to girls? Would a girl be impressed? Would a girl get the message and know that I am successful? And the girls, they're just looking out for somebody with money. You can see this if you go to the airport. You see the most beautiful people are in the airport because they have money. A rich guy, he could afford a beautiful wife, and so they're in the airport traveling. You just get away from hubby for a while, and don't kid yourself. It's about money. I asked my wife. I said, "Honey, if I lost all my money, would you still love me?" She said, "Yes, and I would miss you." Excuse me. Once an episode, I like to pay homage to an old joke. People sing old songs. People perform old Shakespeare plays, remake movies. Why can't you tell a great joke that somebody else wrote once in a while? Yeah, it seems like in comedy, it's like we're all supposed to be like Bob Dylan or the Beatles. We can only do our own material. It's really like that. Like George Carlin's dead. Why doesn't somebody do a George Carlin routine? They're hysterical. The Indian Sergeant, Congolia Breckenridge on a quiz show. Hysterical. No, but no one could do it. I hardly ever hear anyone even play Jimi Hendrix. I mean, the guy's dead. I mean, come on. Play 1983, A Merman I Shall Turn to Be. Purple Haze. I saw Sting play Purple Haze on Saturday Night Live like 30 years ago or something. That was still years after Hendrix died. I was like, finally, someone's playing this good music. Like if good thing classical music isn't like that, or we're not playing Beethoven. Beethoven's dead, like that. Anyway, but that's the sex show, and we're going to have a Christmas special. Look forward to it soon. I'm going to introduce you to a little friend of mine because it's the Christmas season. So y'all be good.